What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the top 10 most underrated players in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. So lads, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 220,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Right now, we are less than 100 away, so if we can do that by tomorrow, that'll be absolutely incredible, lads. But anyway, now let's get on to it. So, what exactly am I going to be describing as underrated? These are not necessarily cards that I've said are bad. These are all really good cards in game. But these are cards that I'm not even going to be basing this on price, that people have just really underrated. Like, they're either cards that are, in my opinion, top tier cards in this game, and yet people still don't really rate them like that, or cards that people just don't use, but are actually really good. So none of these guys here, you're not going to see the really common guys on this list. You're not going to see the Nick Andersons of the world. You're not going to see the Cams, the John Stocktons, the Darren Williams. You play these guys every single game. I'm trying to think of players that you play all the time. Let me just have a look at players here. Like, you're not going to see, you play Tyreek Evans all the time. You're not going to see Tyreek Evans. People either love Tyreek Evans or hate Tyreek Evans. I don't think DeRozan necessarily underrated. I just think he's cheap. Trying to think what other cards won't be on this list. Someone like you play as Dave a bunch. Like, you could say, yeah, Dave's a really good Amethyst card, but you play against him so much that you can't really call him as this like super underrated player in game. So anyway, now we are going to get onto it. At number 10, we have got a guy that I don't have, but I used him and then sold him right back, and I might end up buying him again for my No Money Spend squad because he's really good, especially on this gen. But I'm telling you, on current gen, the guy can do a bit of work. The guy can do work. And it's not that he's the best player for his price, because he's not. It's not like there are many much better players than him at the similar price. Like, I would take Steve Francis over this guy at the point guard position, especially because if you're looking price-wise, they're very similar. Steve Francis might actually be cheaper. Steve Francis is unbelievable value, but everyone knows how good Steve Francis is. However, I'm telling you this right now, especially offensively on current gen, season of giving Mo Williams is ridiculous. So you'll be able to pick up this guy. I think I picked my one up yesterday. I haven't rebought him back. I picked my one up yesterday for like 8.8k. He's probably around the 10k mark. There's a whole bunch of them up for exactly 12. But with Mo Williams, what you're getting is a absolute sniper. Base 4, especially current gen, is incredible. But like, he's got gold range extender. He's got gold circus 3s, gold hot shot if you're playing next gen. So next gen, he's going to be a beast offensively. Current gen, he's going to be insane as well. His release is ridiculously good. His dribble sigs are pretty nice as well. He dribbles really well in half court. Got a great 3-point shot. And can dunk when he's wide open, as well as being super fast with not bad lateral. Yes, he does not have clamps and cannot get clamps. That is a problem. I'll be the first to say that is a problem. On this gen, he can't get clamps, sorry. But let's be real, you're not going to get him with clamps most of the time. I didn't even think he could have clamps. But I'm telling you, if you fully badge up this guy, he is one badge away. He's literally clamps away from being Sleepy Floyd. Fully badged up. Like, he is really nice. And for a guy that you're getting for around 10k MT, and you will probably be able to find with bronze or silver clamps for around 15k MT if you looked hard enough. Current gen, he's a beast. And in next gen, even without the clamps badge, he's still a beast. So he is in here at number 10. And number 9 is one of the draft players, and it's Brandon Ingram. And Brandon Ingram is a card that I initially didn't like very much. I'm going to say that right now. On next gen, he is potentially an S tier card. He is potentially in the top 15 cards, 20 cards I've used in the game. But like, for 38k, especially as you guys can see, 15 gold badges, 15 gold badges. This one right here, you just never know. This one might have clamps. Clamps is a very important badge. If you're playing with him on current gen and you pick up a gold or silver clamps, he's only got bronze range extender, unfortunately, but he can get clamps. If you can find a bronze or silver clamps version of Brandon Ingram for very cheap, he is incredible. He is absolutely incredible. He's got 87.3 with Jaylen Brown release and on quick, which is so nice. Great driving dunk, Hall of Fame quick first step. Let's not forget that half quick first step. With speed glitching on current gen, yeah, that's kind of important. Obviously a great dunker, great shooter, great handle. I'll give him the clamps badge, good speed. And he's a top tier card. The only reason why he's number 9 on this list is that a lot of people do know about him, but I just have I've never come up against him. I've never played him once. In TTO Unlimited, I've never played this guy once. So you can tell that not a lot of people realize how good he is. At number 8, we're going all the way back to the back-to-back packs. For 3,000 MT, I picked him up yesterday on my No Money Spent squad for 3k MT. He's a little bit more expensive now, but I'm telling you, there'll be stages where he drops to like 1-2k MT. He'll be a borderline discard value player. And Bailey Hell is really, really solid. Like, if you are just starting out the game, Bailey Hell is a perfect player to have in your team. For the reason that you can literally get him from playing the game like 30 minutes. And also, the guy's got silver clamps. I'm pretty sure he's got goal catch and shoot, which is really, really important. And he's got one of the best releases and easiest releases of time in the game. As well as that, good in the post, pretty good driving and standing dunk, a solid defender, and pretty solid speed for a power forward. Like, overall, a really, really decent card. And for how cheap he is, not only that, for how little he's used. Like, yes, he is outdated, but the difference is that when he was like actually being used, he was the best power forward in the game. And now he's just another decent card. He's gone from the best power forward in the game to just a decent card, and people are just like, oh yeah, he's just outclassed. Is he outclassed compared to the best of the best? Yes. Is he in the conversation best power forward in the game right now? No. But for 2.9k MT, are you getting much better at the power forward position from that than that? Depending on your playstyle, if you want Jeff Green, get Jeff Green. But other than that, you're not getting any better for less than 3k MT at that power forward position than this guy right here. And we are on to number 7. And number 7 is one of the season tip-off players, and I only know how underrated he is because of Limited. It's Josh Jackson. Josh Jackson is like 800 MT. Like, you will be able to find him for less than 1,000. If you put a bid of 800 on every one of them, you're going to get him. His discard value is 600. I would not be surprised if you can buy him for discard value. Josh Jackson is the best defensive by a country mile. The best defensive Sapphire in this game, or the best defensive card lower than Ruby. Guy's got 11 gold badges, gold clamps, gold interceptor, gold posterizer, gold ankle braces, silver intimidator. Yeah, he's not going to shoot the 3-ball well. That's his only problem, is he doesn't shoot the 3-ball well. Got 80 driving layup. He has got a 65, or not great 3-ball, great driving dunk. The guy has got great, decent ball handle. Sorry, it goes to 86, basically any coach. Really great defensive stats, interior and perimeter, and great speed and acceleration, great lateral quickness. Is he going to be like a god tier card? No. But if you are just starting out the game and you want a defender, you cannot go wrong with Josh Jackson. You cannot go wrong. Really good release as well, and really good animations. I'm telling you, man, for his price. And the fact is, like, everyone knows about the Mo Cheeks of the world. Everyone knows about like the Rex Chapmans and the Eric Gordons of the world. Not a lot of people know about Josh Jackson, so I gotta mention him here. And number 6 is an exchange reward, and he's honestly underrated because people just haven't locked him in. He's one of my favorite players in the game, period. And he may or may not come into my team here at the 2-guard position. If I was on current gen, I'd have him in my team. Maybe not on next gen, but it is this guy right here, Paul Westfall. Paul Westfall is like mini Pete Maravich, with basically he's Pete Maravich, except they replace range extender and game clamps. That's literally it. There is no difference. They literally replace range extender with clamps, and it's Pete Maravich. He's got like blinders, which is steady. He's got quick first step gold. He's got the Curry slide. He's got silver clamps. Got really good length. Can dunk it a little bit. Great 3-ball. Great mid range. Unbelievable release. Got Ray Allen base. Well, Pete Maravich release. Got a great handle. Solid on defense and pretty fast. So yeah, really, really good card. And again, he is just another one of those cards that people just haven't looked at because he's an exchange reward, but it's not even an expensive exchange because of those token packs. It is really not an expensive exchange, especially if you do it the next day or two. Then at number 5, we got one of the new Idols players, and I really like him. There is an asterisk here. I have never used him on current gen. He's got LeBron release, which is a bit iffy. Which is definitely a bit iffy. But I like Bingo. Especially if you're out here playing on next gen. Bingo's a god. If you're playing on current gen, you know what? He has a major flaw, which is the fact that LeBron James release can't shoot from the corners. I will admit that. He is a flawed card on current gen. Oh man, he's so nice on next gen. Like Bingo Smith, 6'5", got good wingspan, a slithery Hall of Fame, slippery off Hall of Fame, gold catch and shoot, gold heat seeker, gold clamps. What's heat seeker? Okay, and that's just basically for dunks. Gold clamps, gold off-ball pass, gold downhill, gold quick first step, gold sniper, which is gold's flexible release if you're on current gen, and silver corner specialist, silver intimidator. Only problem is you can't get range. If you're looking at upgradable badges, like, it is a bit of a problem, but sure, look. Oh no, we can get range, sorry. Oh, that makes things interesting. He doesn't come with range at this stage, but badges are cheaper. Badges are cheaper than they've ever been, so you might be able to get something out of that. 87-3, 95 mid-range. He has got an 80 driving dunk, good ball handle. Dribble sigs they're okay from what I remember. And he's also got good speed, sweep ball, and acceleration, and good lateral quickness. It's an overall beast of a card, especially if you can manage to find one of him with range on him, even range of bronze. He's going to be a lot better on next gen because of LeBron base, but sure, look, it is what it is. Current gen is still pretty good. Then we are on to number 4. We're on to the idols again. And I'm sorry, this guy is a beast. Like, it's Russell Westbrook. Like, as you guys can see, say 14 gold badges is what he comes with. You can see 16 gold badges here, 3, 4, 5, 50. And like, you can probably find, the only problem is that his quick first step is on silver. That's literally his only problem. But if you can go and find someone crazy enough to put quick first step on gold, well, not crazy enough, someone who's just put quick first step on gold, it's not a crazy thing, it's a smart thing. You've basically got yourself an almost John Wall. He's also, am I right in saying he can get range? He can. This guy's got bronze range. He comes with bronze range. That's it. I think that's it. Either way, though, he shoots way better than he should. No hot zones on current gen. He shoots way better than he should. And the fact is that you are basically getting the closest thing you can get to John Wall. He's the closest thing to John Wall when you give him go quick first step. 96 speed, sweep ball, and acceleration. A driving dunk rating of 90. Good enough length. A pretty competent shooter as well as being a good defender. And the difference is that unlike John Wall, Westbrook's 30k, he's not like a 300k like John Wall. He's basically John Wall for 1/10 of the price. Russell Westbrook, as much as normally I don't like Westbrook cards in 2K, I will be the first to say that Westbrook belongs on this list at number 4. Now we are on to number 3. And this is a card that, it's a weird one because I don't know necessarily if he's underrated or not, because I haven't come up against him, but I know everyone that uses him is talking him up like he's unbelievable. So I think at number 3, I think he is a top 5 center in the game. And people are just talking about him like he's another dude. Serge Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. Around low 20s, you can probably get him for less than 20k. Well, you can definitely get him for less than 20k. He's ridiculous in my opinion. He's absolutely ridiculous. A 6'10 center with a really long wingspan, half rim protector, catch and shoot goal, corner specialist goal, putback boss goal, lob city finisher, chase down artist, intimidator, rebound chaser, back down punisher, and set shooter. His release is so cash. It is Dave the Busher release. He's got hot zones everywhere on the floor. The guy is a god in my opinion. On next gen, he's way better than current gen, but he's a beast on current gen. He's got hot zones 4 to 5 spots inside the 3, which means he's unbelievable on current gen. He barely misses. The guy barely misses. 85-3, the Busher release, which is the same release as Coutinho Mobley, and 4 hot zones. The guy's not going to miss on either gen. He's not going to miss on either gen if you know what you're doing. He is, in my opinion, behind Blake Griffin, and you could argue that's it. You could argue he's better than Duncan. His release is better. He moves better than Duncan. You can argue he's better than Duncan. He's athletic as well. He's got speed that someone like a Tim Duncan doesn't have, who's quite slow. Like 76, 74 speed. I don't think you can really argue too much he's better than a Dave Cowens. But I think, honestly, after Blake and Dave Cowens, you can probably argue Serge in that number 3 spot. And I'm not going to say you'd be correct, but you'd have an argument. So, Serge belongs on this list. Because I just think people that know he's good. I don't think people know how good Serge Ibaka is. And then we're at number 2. And we are going into the Flash collection. And this is one of the most underrated cards because I'm going to say this right now. He's not as good as he was in previous years. And this is a situation of people thinking that the card is bad because he's not quite as good. And they took base 11 off him. But ironically enough, or say not ironically, funnily enough, they might have given him a release this year that's better than base 11. It's Andre Kurlanko. AK-47. I have seen him up for 3.5k MT in the last 2 days. Look at the amount of them that are up. He obviously was in some sort of packs, but AK, you're getting a 6'9" power forward / small forward with half tireless defender, gold pick dodger, gold clamps, gold defense leader, gold hard crusher, gold interceptor, gold intimidator, gold off ball pass, gold post move lockdown, gold clutch defender, gold hot stopper, and also has got a bunch of silver badges as well. Not only that, he can't really play in the post. He's got a really good mid-range and a decent 3-ball. Not going to be a great dunker, but he's going to be able to speed boost with a coach and floor general. He's got an 88 steal, 91 block, which are really, really important. As well as that good speed to ball acceleration, a 91 lateral, and a 6'9" player. One of the best defensive cards in the game. And not only is he one of the best defensive players in the game, he is ultra cheap and nobody uses him. Like if it was a case of him being, say, ultra cheap and a bunch of people used him, like a Nick Anderson, you're thinking, okay, that's fine, he's just cheap, he's not underrated. But the fact that nobody uses this guy despite the fact that he's 5k MT and has been cheaper than that over the last couple of days, I think underrated is the only way to describe AK. And then at number 1, oh, my favorite card in the game right now. My favorite card. If you guys look at my team, you guys might think, okay, who's his favorite player? Might be Giannis, might be Reddish. Got some good point guards. I've never played against him. Glenn. I have never played against Glenn Robinson. I'm going to say that right now. I've never played against him. I've been playing, whether it's TTO, whether it's the odd time I play Unlimited, I have not once played against Glenn Robinson. He is one of the best cards I've used this year, if not the best. The guy is he's basically a slightly downgraded version of Giannis on current, or say not of Giannis, of Zion on current gen. He is most definitely not as good as Zion on current gen, I will say that. He is a slightly downgraded version of Zion, and when I mean slightly, I mean very, very slightly. Like if you took away the names of the players and gave them generic faces, and you played with both of them in game, you wouldn't notice that much of a difference. A little bit, not that much. But on next gen, he's next level. He's got that Zion release on current gen, and it's not the broken one that Zion has on next gen. He's got that base 29. It is so cash. He greens everything. He dunks on everybody. He plays defense. Dude's got range extender, silver. There's a 5 Hall of Fame badges, including catch and shoot. He's got gold clamps. He's got gold quick for step, silver range. He's also got good post game, good 3-ball, good mid range, really good dunk, good handle, really solid perimeter defense, good enough steal from using him, 85 lateral quickness. The guy is basically, imagine if you took Klay Thompson, his Amethyst card, made him an inch taller, gave him a 90 driving dunk, gave him as good a release, and yeah, that's about it. Like, he's one of the best defensive wings I've used in the game, one of the best shooting wings in the game, one of the best dunking wings in the game, and just one of the best cards in the game. So he's coming out as number 1 in my most underrated player list because he's not expensive. Like, he's straight up, he's not expensive, and I have not seen anyone use him. Like, I don't think I've come up against him once in game either. And like, the guy's 60k. Like 60k for one of the best cards in the game. You would expect a card at this price. Like, he is this year's Diamond Lamar Odom. I'm telling you that right now. He is this year's Diamond Lamar Odom. But everyone used Diamond Lamar Odom last year. This guy is this year's Diamond Lamar Odom. But people have not seen it yet. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.